Have you ever tried to fall asleep, but your brain won't stop replaying that awkward memory from 10 years ago? Or you are thinking, what you should have said earlier today. What you are feeling is the Zeigarnik effect. It's a psychological phenomenon that suggests we remember incomplete or interrupted tasks better than once we have finished. It all started in the 1920s with Soviet psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik. She noticed that waiters could remember complex food orders, but only until the meal was served. Once the order was complete, it vanished from their memory. To test this, Zeigarnik ran experiments where people were asked to solve puzzles. Some were interrupted and some were allowed to finish. Result: people were twice as likely to remember the interrupted tasks. Why does this happen? Because unfinished tasks create cognitive tension. Picture this. You get home from work, but you can't stop thinking about all the things you need to do tomorrow. You want to relax or do your own things, but your brain keeps buzzing with these tasks. Instead of having a peaceful evening, your mind keeps thinking about work. If this feels familiar, that's the Zeigarnik effect. That's why those unfinished business from earlier keep coming up. What I do in these types of situations is, at the end of the workday, I write down what I have done in the day and what needs to be addressed tomorrow. With these simple notes, I tell my brain that until tomorrow, I don't have to think about work-related subjects. If this trick doesn't work, you can create your own end of the workday routine to trick your brain into sense of completion. But the Zeigarnik effect is not something we want to avoid all the time. We can use it to our advantage. Biggest example is the 5-minute rule. Commit the work just 5 minutes. Even if you stop after 5 minutes, you have made progress. It's a win either way. Now you overcome inertia. According to Newton's first law, objects don't change motion unless a force makes them. Once it begins to move, momentum takes over, and once it's moving, it won't want to stop either. Our brains work the same, and that first 5 minutes is the hardest. But when your brain sees the task as open, it will keep it active in your memory as a reminder to finish it. This used in Kanban boards. There are columns named To Do and In Progress. These separate all the tasks and what you should be focusing on. Also, there is a column named Done, which tells our brain this specific task is done, and you can finally stop thinking about it. If you're curious about Kanban, check out my video. See you